What's up, my crypto legends? The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space absolutely exploding. Now, we do have a clear direction. It is to the upside. We're breaking all-time highs for Bitcoin here slightly. There's not too much volume, but I'll explain why in the next coming minutes here on this video. Now, we could see a little bit of volatility, but the overall direction is to the upside. I have some potential targets in this episode for the coming weeks. And also, we're taking a look at Ethereum, looking very bullish. We're just about to retest all-time highs, only $200 away from now. Now, the overall direction here for Ethereum, we do have some targets, which is at about 4.5k levels. We're going to go through this in today's episode. Also, the total crypto market cap exclude Bitcoin, just about to break this resistance from this massive cup in handle. As you can see, we'll talk about the target today. And today's altcoin is going to be Avax. Avax are looking very bullish. I think Avax is going to reach the all-time highs, and I'll explain why in the next coming days or potentially week or two. And guys, I have some long positions here on some altcoins on Bybit and also on PrimeXBT. Bybit is my favorite swing trading platform because of the fees, and PrimeXBT my favorite day trading platform. I've got a position open on PrimeXBT for Ethereum, and I'm planning to hold it a few days. But the funding rate now is 1.5%. This is extremely expensive for Ethereum because the overall direction for Ethereum is pretty clear. We're going to retest all-time highs and potentially break it in the coming days. So the funding rate is 1.5% every single day. Be careful, guys, if you trying to swing trade Ethereum on PrimeXBT. If you want to swing trade Forex, it's 0.0038 daily funding rate, which is extremely cheap. Okay, so be careful with some cryptos. They are very expensive. Bitcoin is currently 0.76% daily, which is also very expensive, guys. This is why Bybit is my favorite swing trading platform, okay, because of the fees. And if you're interested in any of these platforms, you get the best bonus down below. Bybit, $3,500 worth of bonus with my link, and PrimeXBT, you get 50% added to your deposit. Said this, let's dive in straight into the video. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. New to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin, crypto, and I also do live streams to connect with the community. Not financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything that I say. Now, guys, make sure to smash up the like button. You'll be helping me out extremely. Thank you very much for my last video. Over 500 likes. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes, guys. I know it's a little bit of a mission, but let's try and all smash the like button for the algorithm. Now, diving in here for the Bitcoin price. Now, let's get this video pretty simple, okay? Because it is pretty clear that we are in a massive uptrend right now. We are breaking all-time highs. Now, is the all-time high going to hold as support, which is currently around about that 64,895 here on Bitstamp? So we are currently above this price target. Now, if we did have a clear breakout here from the all-time high, right? Let me just get a box right over here. If we did have a clear breakout, it would be very likely to hold as support, okay, if we did have some type of correction. But because we just slightly breaking out, we could see some volatility before we continue to the upside. Now, I've been extremely bullish, always expecting corrections. We didn't have many corrections over here. We are in a very big uptrend. Now, I give you two scenarios. There is extremely bullish or, slightly bullish, because we might see a little bit of volatility. Now, there's two scenarios right over here. We either shoot up, okay, to around about that $74,000, which is one of my price targets, and I explain why in this episode, or we have a little bit of volatility here, dipping below, okay, the all-time highs, potentially hitting that $60,000, where the VPVR is $59,000, $60,000. All right, we have a major level right over here of support, so there could be some kind of volatility to get a little bit of power, so we can break, okay, here successfully the all-time high. Now, we're just staying above around about $1,000-$2,000 above the all-time high. We want to see a nice clear breakout with some volume, okay. Now, we do see very low volume, and I say always be very cautious with volume breakout, okay? If there's low volume on the breakout, stay very cautious. The reason why we are going up with low volume, okay, because if you go to the 1 hourly, volume is pretty high here to the upside. It is still okay, but, on the daily or on the 4 hourly, you can see that the volume is really low here with this massive uptrend. The reason why why their volume is low is because there are no sellers. The people are understanding that Bitcoin is for the long run. I do know people that are not going to sell any Bitcoin until we reach $100,000. There's even people who are saying that I'm not going to sell even until we hit $200,000. So we know it's a scarce asset, and the market is moved by trading. But if you do have a lot of buyers taking Bitcoin out of the exchanges, not selling them, well, the overall trend is going to be to the upside. Now, there are a couple of targets here that we could see for Bitcoin in the next coming months. All right, it might be weeks, it might be a couple of months, but if we take the all-time high here to this lower high right over there and have this trend line, and also these higher lows right over here that I connect from all the way back in from the 4th of January, we connect these higher lows. You can clearly see there is a kind of symmetrical triangle. It is not a descending triangle exactly, it's more of a symmetrical triangle. Now, if you check out on the macro, symmetrical triangles for Bitcoin, all of them have been meeting the target. So if we, since we broke this major resistance, we've been very, very bullish on BTC. Now currently breaking all-time high. There could be some type of volatility before we continue to the upside. Now the overall target here on the macro, and this is not going to take a week or two, it might take a couple of months. You take the back of this symmetrical triangle from the support to the resistance, and the projected move from the breakout is coming all the way to around about the $85,000, all right, from the breakout. Now this would be one target, okay? This would be the very, very bullish target. Now also there is another target here, and this is a classical one from the Fibonacci, from the all-time high to the all-time low here from 2021. You can clearly see that the 1.6 would be one of the first targets, okay, to hit right over here, which is the $87,000. All right, we've got $87,000 potential target, all right, from the highs to the lows. You get the fib, so the 1.6, okay, Fibonacci would be the first target here to reach, and this might take a couple of weeks, it might take a couple of months, all right? So I think it is going to be reached before the end of 2021 by the looks of things. So these are the two overall targets that I got on the macro for BTC. Expect some volatility. We're not going to go up there in a straight line. We could even come down and retest that $59,000 range, okay? It is possible, all right? So let's take a quick look at what Ethereum is telling us, because on Ethereum we saw this trend line over here from these lower highs, okay, breaking it, closing a very nice strong daily candle above it. So Ethereum, there are two scenarios. We either smash the all-time highs here in the next day or two, or we have a little bit of volatility before we actually break the all-time highs. Now the reason why I do believe so that we're breaking all-time highs is because of this inverse head and shoulder, okay? We see many people talking about this right now, and the measured move target is coming all the way up to round about that 4.5k, 4.6k levels, all right? Just breaking that all-time high. Now, this is the target for Ethereum. There's nothing much more to talk about Ethereum, okay? The volume is also not great, but the thing for Ethereum, since Ethereum 2.0 is out, there's a huge amount of Ethereum staking every single week. So people are putting Ethereum to stake. And also we know that there's a huge amount of Ethereum getting burnt also every week. So there's a massive supply shock. Just a little bit of volume will push the price up for Ethereum because there is no selling pressure. Okay, this is, market fundamentals. Now, let's take a look at the total crypto market capitalization. We've been talking about this now also since we were around about this area, okay? This massive, huge cup and handle, very, very likely to break the resistance. And we are just breaking the resistance right now here at the $1.41 trillion, which was the last high, okay? So, overall, there is also an inverse head and shoulder right over here. After breaking up from this descending wedge, the target has been met. As you can see, the top of the wedge target met right over here. And we also have another pattern, okay, which is extremely bullish right over here, which is this inverse head and shoulder. We had a little bit of a fake out over here, but we have the left shoulder right over there, the head, the right shoulder, okay, the measured move from this, okay, we're going to see people starting FOMOing in again on altcoins, and now we see from the breakout, the overall target here, it would be coming around about that $1.57 trillion in market capitalization for the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin. So, as soon as we start reaching this target, we could see a little bit of volatility and then continue to the upside for our next target from this cup and handle, which is from the bottom to the resistance to the breakout, which is currently breaking out right now. In the next coming months, we could see an ultimate rally to $2.15 trillion. That is almost $1 trillion coming into the altcoin market. Okay, guys, so very, very bullish chart here, as you can see, for the total crypto market cap. Let's take a look at Avax. Avax, in my opinion, is going to be exploding in the next coming weeks. Smashing all-time highs. I am pretty sure Avax is a very good blockchain project. Okay, so it is going to have a massive hype also in the next coming weeks for sure. It is one of those strong crypto projects. Now take a look at Avax right over here, going here through my favorite analysis, which is just price action and volume. We can clearly see that we had an all-time high here back in February, as you can see right over there where I have these blue circles. All right, retesting it. As soon as we broke out over here, it did manage to hold very nicely as support several times. Now, it does look like, by looking at this chart, that it was going to break down, right? But it is holding very, very nicely this major resistance, turning it into support. And also, very importantly, the volume has been going down while we were having this correction. So we have a massive amount of volume right over here while we were coming up, and the volume has been going down while we were retracing, meaning that the bulls have control overall from this trend, which is to the upside. We're starting to see a volume reversal here also. As you can see, the volume has been going down and the correction, and now suddenly we have a spike in volume, meaning that it is very, very likely that we are going to continue here to the upside. We are creating a higher low on the 4-hourly chart, as you can see, and it is also kind of a double bottom. So this double bottom from the breakout here of around about $62, $63 for Avax would be getting the bottom bit of the support level to the resistance, and the projected move would be something like this, coming all the way up here to the $70 per Avax. And if we reach that $70, it is very, very likely that we are going to come back up and retest the all-time highs here just under $80 on Avax. Okay, very, very likely that this trend is going to continue and Avax will be breaking here the all-time high. It is very, very likely, looking at the total crypto market cap, just about to explode, guys, and go into that couple of $1 trillion in market capitalization. This is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. We have the latest news and technical analysis. Now, the latest article here that we have, can the price of Bitcoin surge up to $70,000 or more? Make sure to check it out. It is down in the website in the description. And also, if you haven't checked out my Prime XBT or Bybit tutorial to learn how to trade on those platforms, video on the screen, guys, and I'll see you later.